As I'm sure everybody knows, the three biggest evils in society today are alcohol, global warming, and unchecked teenagers. And if modern parenting classics like The Conjuring 2 are anything to go by, if you allow them to blame somebody else for their behavior, well, things eventually become supernatural. And that's exactly what happens in this tiny village in Salem, Massachusetts, where their teenagers started exhibiting typical teenage behavior, almost. Well, they slammed doors, yelled, and in some cases claimed that there was a dark entity which was following them menacingly. And when they were asked why they were behaving like this, they pointed fingers at the social outcasts of the village and claimed that they were witches, like some weird supernatural version of Mean Girls. And just like Mean Girls, what ended up happening is the adults of the village were the ones who eventually paid the price. In this case, with 20 people being hanged and another 150 being in jail with little to no legal process. For the longest time, this was assumed to be a case of mass hysteria, with the religious sentiment at the time really contributing to the paranoia. But in 1976, researchers came up with a very interesting alternate theory, and they blamed the most Mean Girls villain of all, claiming that it was spoiled bread that did it, or specifically bread which was contaminated with ergot. Now, ergot is a fungus, and it produces a molecule which acts as a precursor to LSD, meaning that the dark entities and the witches that they were seeing might actually have been hallucinations, and the reaction of the town folk at the time might actually have been a manifestation of the paranoia that it creates. So, does this explain one of the darkest times in human history perfectly and wrap it all in a little bow? Unfortunately, not, because the other symptoms of ergot poisoning, which include severe vomiting, diarrhea, and gangrene so bad that it can actually cause limbs and digits to fall off, were not ever documented. And bear in mind that this is a very well documented part of history. So, what do we take away from this? Don't do drugs, kids, and don't eat moldy bread. And like and follow for more.